The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello 8th standard children. Hope you all are doing good and are in the pink of health. I know examinations are going on, it's examination time, but always give importance on your food habits, drink a lot of water, don't skip your meals, okay? Then, actually in few classes I finished my exams. I was very happy. Now a few more classes remaining. And I'm sure that all of you are doing, all of you will do good. That is what I feel. Okay, so last class I finished the topic chemical changes. That is, I discussed the question and answers in the letters SS. And I told you that you can enter it into the files once the exams are over, not before that. Okay, now after chemical changes, the next lesson is metals. So today I am going to begin the next chapter, that is metals. I know you all are familiar with this word metals. Okay, but I have a question before I deal with this topic. Now children, I have this chalk with me, right? Is this a metal? Is chalk a metal? Now I have this box with me. Is this box made up of metal? What do you think will be the answer? No. This is not a metal. The chalk that I showed you is not a metal. The box is made of plastic, that is not a metal. But these bangles, they are made up of metals. So how can we differentiate the objects? Some are metals and some are non-metals. What are the properties by which we can identify an object, whether it is a metal or a non-metal? You should be able to say. So in this chapter, we are going to learn those properties by which we will be able to distinguish between a metal and a non-metal. Now in 9th standard, you will get a clearer idea about metals. Why some, see now children, there are many elements in the periodic table. 118 elements are there. And as I said, you all have a roll number, you all fall in different classes. Similarly, all the elements also have a number that is called as atomic number, and each element has a separate box in that periodic table. Okay, now some elements, they have a prior place. They are written in the beginning, and some elements are written at the bottom, not at the bottom, maybe towards the extreme end. Some in the beginning, some at the end. Why is it so? Why some elements have a special place? Why some have, all the elements have a special place, no doubt. But some elements, they are written in the beginning and some at the end. Some are at the top, some are at the bottom. Why is this difference? This universe is made up of many objects. How do we classify them? You will get the answers in this lesson, answers to all the questions. Now, in the first page, there is a figure. They have shown an aeroplane. Then many other things like aeroplane is there, bell is there, bangles, then vessels, utensils, copper wires, then agricultural tools. Have a look at it. Now by looking at the figure, you are able to say, yes, all these are made up of metals. Why metals are used to prepare these items? So first I will deal with the physical properties of metals. Okay, the first property that a metal has is, the first physical property that I am going to teach you is malleability. Now before that there is a table, they have given metals and the uses. That is very easy, you have done it in the previous classes. So right away I will go to the first property, and that is malleability. Malleability. Now what is malleability? Malleability is the ability of a metal to be drawn into sheets. Sheet. It can be hammered into sheets. That means you might have seen aluminium sheets, right? Yes. Aluminium is a very hard metal. Now why we call aluminium a metal? The first property that we are going to learn is malleability, because when we beat, aluminium is a very hard metal, but if it is beaten forcefully, it can be converted into sheets. Parannittu sheet ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും. So what is malleability? It is the property of a metal to be hammered into sheets. It can be drawn into sheets. Sheets ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും. അതാണ് malleability. Now in the textbook they have given that gold is the most malleable metal. പെട്ടെന്ന് ഷീറ്റ് ആക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്, ഒറ്റ അടിയിൽ it can be drawn into sheets. That is called as malleability. And gold, സ്വർണം, gold is the most malleable metal. Now you might have also seen aluminium foils, isn't it, to cover the chocolates and sweets. Chocolateum sweets ഒക്കെ എങ്ങനെ റാപ്പ് ചെയ്യുക? Aluminium foil. Aluminium is a very thick hard metal. അതിന് ഇത്ര സണ്ണായിട്ട് ലൈറ്റ് വെയിറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് അലുമിനിയം ഫോയിൽ എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റിയത്? Because of malleability. Then you might have even seen in hotels, they pack the food in aluminium containers, aluminium packets, right? Yes. All these are made up of aluminium. Why? Aluminium is a very rough and tough metal, but it can be converted into sheets, and that property is called as malleability. So I'll read out the first property for you. The first property is metals can be beaten into thin sheets by hammering. Hammering എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ hammer ചുറ്റിക എടുത്ത് അടിക്കില്ലേ, that is called as hammering, beating it forcefully. This property is known as malleability. Okay? So what is malleability? Metals can be hammered into sheets. Sheet ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും, പരന്നിട്ട് പരത്താൻ പറ്റും, ഇങ്ങനെ അടിച്ചടിച്ചടിച്ച്. That is called as malleability. Okay, now I'll read one interesting fact about gold. I said gold is the most malleable metal. Why? Just listen. 1 gram of gold can be beaten into sheets with an area of about 6.7 square feet. 6.7 square feet in ഒരു ഷീറ്റ് ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും with just 1 gram of gold, and can be drawn into a wire of about 2 kilometer in length. 2 kilometer length ഉള്ള ഒരു വയർ ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും 1 gram of gold കൊണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ just imagine how malleable gold is. So children, the first property of metal is malleability. That means it can be hammered into sheets, and gold is the most malleable metal. Aluminium can be converted. Aluminium is a very hard metal, but it can be converted into aluminium foils. Aluminium foils കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? Foils to cover the sweets and chocolates. Yes. And have a look at this figure so that you will understand how malleable aluminium also is. So the first property of metal is malleability. Now I move on to the second property. The second property of metals is ductility. What is the meaning of ductility? Ductility means the ability of a metal to be drawn into thin wires. Drawn into thin wires എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വയേഴ്സ് ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഇങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ തലനാരൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇഴ പോലെ തിൻ വയർ പോലെ അല്ലേ, അതുപോലെ metals can be converted into thin wires. Okay, so the property is ductility. So I'll read out the property for you. Metals can be drawn into thin, fine wires. This property is known as ductility. So metals ne wires aakan pattum. Wire, you know how a wire looks, right? Electrical wire kandittle ingane long aayittu thread pole. So metals ne wire aakan pattiyal, that property is called as ductility. Now in bulb, നമ്മളുടെ വീട്ടിൽ ബൾബ് ഉണ്ടാവില്ലേ, അതിലെ ഇടയിൽ ഒരു ഫിലമെന്റ് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? That is made up of tungsten. Tungsten filament. Tungsten is a metal. പക്ഷെ ആ മെറ്റലിന് അത്ര തിൻ ഫിലമെന്റ് ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഫിലമെന്റ്, ബൾബിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഫിലമെന്റ് ഉണ്ടാവും. You might have noticed it. It is made up of a metal called tungsten, but still it is so thin that it can be converted. This is a hard metal, but it is converted to filament very easily inside a bulb because of the property ductility. Now in the book they have given that platinum is the most ductile metal. Okay, so the first property was malleability, that means sheets, it can be drawn into sheets. The second one, ductility, that is it can be converted into wires. Then in the exam they may ask you why we use tungsten filament inside the bulb. That means tungsten is a hard metal, but still it is made converted into a filament. Why? Because of its ductility. That's answer. Ductility. Okay, understood? The first one was malleability. The second one, ductility. Ductility varna wires aakan pattum. Tungsten can be drawn into fine wires, hence it is used to make the filament. Okay, tungsten wires aakan pattum, adondana adine filament aayittu use cheyana bulbil. Okay, now the third property of metals is hardness. Now you will get answer to my question as I go on teaching. Chalk is not a metal. Now if I beat this with a hammer, it will automatically get powdered. The sheet I tomorrow. Illa. Okay, now slowly you will be able to understand. Now the third property of metals is hardness. Metals are generally hard. See, in farming, in agriculture, we use axe, plows and all that, right? It is made up of what? Iron. Iron. When we construct buildings, when we construct temples, dams, mosques, anything for that matter, we use iron for construction, iron pillars. Why? Because iron is a very hard metal. Not only iron, we use many other metals for construction purposes. Now can we dig soil with a cardboard? പറ്റുമോ? കാർഡ്ബോർഡ് കൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ കളയ്ക്കാനോ ഡിഗ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ? നോ, വി നീഡ് സംതിങ് വെരി ഹാർഡ്. സോ ഹാർഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളത് എന്താ? മെറ്റൽ. So metal, now third property of metals is hardness. That is why it is used to make agricultural tools, allengil farming tools. Now there are certain exceptions to this. Ella metals are hard alla. Most of them, 90% of the metals are hard. Now I'll tell you the names of those metals which are soft metals. Now sodium, I have taught you what is sodium, right? Sodium metal, Na is the symbol. Sodium is a very soft metal. It can be cut with the help of a knife. ചെറിയ കത്തി കൊണ്ട് അത് കട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. അത്ര സോഫ്റ്റ് ആണ് സോഡിയം. ബട്ട് സോഡിയം ഇസ് എ മെറ്റൽ. ഹാർഡ്നെസ് ഇല്ല പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് മെറ്റൽ ആവാണ്ടിരിക്കില്ല, ബിക്കോസ് ഇറ്റ് ഹാസ് ഓൾ ദി അതർ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ്. സോ സോഡിയം ഇസ് എ സോഫ്റ്റ് മെറ്റൽ. ദെൻ വി ഹാവ് ലിഥിയം, പൊട്ടാഷ്യം, gallium and cesium. So the five metals are lithium, sodium, potassium, gallium and cesium. It is mentioned in the textbook. Lithium, sodium, potassium are soft metals. Gallium and cesium are also soft metals. So I'll write it down here. Lithium, then sodium. I'll write the symbols: potassium, gallium, cesium. They are soft metals. Now this gallium is very soft. അത് നമ്മളെ പാമിൽ വെച്ചാൽ തന്നെ അത് ഉരുകി പോകും. നമ്മളെ ബോഡിയുടെ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ മതി അത് ഉരുകാൻ, അത്ര സോഫ്റ്റാണ്. ഓക്കെ, So gallium is so soft that it melts with the help of our body temperature itself. Okay, so these 5 are soft metals. Okay, but the third property of metals is hardness. Avir hard aayirikkum. Okay, now I move on to the fourth property. The fourth property of metals is metallic luster. What is the meaning of luster? Luster means shine, shining appearance. Okay, now you might have seen ornaments made of gold. Now when you attend a wedding, most of the women, they wear ornaments, gold ornaments, right? Why? Because gold has that metallic luster, isn't it? Why ornaments are made of gold? Why metals are used for making ornaments? Because of the most important property, one of the most important property, that is called as metallic luster, shining appearance. Okay, now for example, if I cut a piece of metal, for example sodium or any other metal, with the help of a knife. Okay, if suppose this is a metal, if I cut it, the cut portion will have a shine. As soon as it is cut, it will have a shine on it. So that is called as metallic luster. So this is very important, and always questions are asked why gold is used to make ornaments. So you should write gold is malleable first of all, and the first thing is it has metallic luster. Moreover, it has malleability also. Okay children? So first one was malleability, that means it can be drawn into sheets. Second one, ductility, it can be drawn into wires. Third one was hardness, metals are hard. And the fourth one, metallic luster. Now I am going to the fifth point, that is called as fifth property of metals. They are good conductors of heat, allengil good thermal conductors. Good conductors of heat in the varna. What is the meaning of conductor? Here I don't mean bus conductor and all that. Okay, conduct means carry. You always should conduct yourself very nicely in your class. Good conductors of heat. Conductors, they carry heat. They have a powerful, they are very powerful in this respect when it comes to carrying heat. Now why we do all the cooking in vessels made of metals? Cardboard kondu undakiyil choru undakkan patto, curry undakkan patto, paper kondu undakiyil? No. Is it possible? Never. We need metallic vessels for cooking. Why? Because they are very good conductors of heat. Now suppose children, rice batter, varna nammal idli doshakku maavu undakille, that is called as rice batter. Now that we pour on that tawa, allengil doshakallil. You know why I am saying all this? So that you will be able to grasp it easily. അപ്പോൾ ആ ദോശയുടെ മാവ് തവയിൽ ഒഴിച്ചു, തവയിൽ ഒഴിച്ചിട്ട് ഗ്യാസ് കത്തിക്കാണ്ടിരുന്നാൽ അത് ദോശയായിട്ട് മാറും? നോ. സ്വിച്ച് ഓൺ ദ ഗ്യാസ്. അപ്പോൾ ആദ്യം എന്താ ചൂടാവുക? ആ തവ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് മെയ്ഡ് അപ്പ് ഓഫ് മെറ്റൽ, ആ തവ ചൂടായാൽ മാത്രമേ ആ ചൂട് റൈസ് ബാറ്ററിലേക്ക്, it will reach the rice batter. Only then we can get crispy doshas, right? Do you all feel hungry now? Do you feel like eating doshas? No, but as a teacher it is my duty to make you understand it easily. Okay, so first metals will get hot and then they will pass on the heat to the food item. Then we eat the cooked food. Understood? Metals ചൂടായിട്ട് ആ ചൂടിനെ അവർ കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യുക, എന്നാലേ ഉള്ളിലത്തെ ഉള്ള ആ ഐറ്റംസ് കുക്ക് ആവുള്ളൂ. സോ മെറ്റൽസ് ആർ ഗുഡ് കണ്ടക്ടേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് ഹീറ്റ്. സോ മെറ്റാലിക് യൂട്ടൻസിൽസ് മീൻസ് വെസൽസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പാത്രങ്ങൾ. Okay, you might have seen copper bottom vessels, aluminum vessels, stainless steel vessels. Why we use all those vessels? They are made up of metals. Why? We can't cook in vessels made of paper or cardboard. Impossible. We use metals for utensils and vessels. Why? For cooking. But why? Because they are very good conductors of heat, or else they are good thermal conductors. Okay, now they have shown figures side by side, and they have also asked us, metallic vessels are commonly used for cooking. Which metals are commonly used to make utensils? Utensils varna patram undakan ഏത് metals ആണ് commonly used ചെയ്യുക? Aluminium, stainless steel. You will learn about this later. Okay? Then, which characteristics of metals are made use of in this case? Now, if I ask you, if I give you a question and ask you why metals are used to make utensils and vessels for cooking, can you write because they are good, they have very good ductility? All the metals have. But here will you write about ductility? Wires ആക്കാൻ പറ്റും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണോ പാത്രം ഉണ്ടാക്കണം? No. You have to read the question well and you have to think which property you have to write where. Here you have to write, they are very good conductors of heat. If I ask you, metals are used to make utensils for cooking, the answer must be they are very good conductors of heat. Allengil good thermal conductors. Now, silver is the best thermal conductor among metals. Silver is best thermal conductor. Aluminium, copper, etc. also possess comparatively high thermal conductivity. Aluminium, copper also has very good thermal conductivity. So they are also used to make vessels. Okay. Now the next sixth one is they are very good conductors of electricity. Sixth property, they are good conductors of electricity. Electricity ni vegam conduct cheyum. Now in your house, of course, electrical connections, we need wires, brown color wires, that is made up of copper, and copper is a metal. Why we use metals to make wires? Why we can't? Can I use this chalk to make wires? No, because plastic also we can't use, because they will never conduct electricity. Wood don't wire undakan patto? Illa. Wires are made up of metals because they are very good conductors of electricity. Only metals can conduct electricity. As of now, you should understand only this much. Now in your houses, the wires are made up of copper. Of course, outside there is an insulated covering. Allen shock adikille. Wire inde ullil kude electricity povumbo adu thotta naturally you will sustain shock. So they give an insulation over that. Shock adikkandirikkan. That is of some other metal. So not metal, some other object. Okay. So you should just understand one thing, that metals are also very good conductors of electricity. So the electrical connections in our houses are made up of copper wires. Now outside in electric post, you might have seen aluminium wires, huge thick aluminium wires in electric post. Why we use aluminium wires outside? Do we use copper wires also outside in the roads when you walk on the roads? In electric post, you can see the aluminium, huge thick ones. Why we use aluminium? Because aluminium is a very good conductor of electricity. It is cheap compared to copper. Moreover, aluminium will not get corroded. When it is out, see, inside we all are safe, when the electrical connections are safe. But outside, the wires, they're always prone to getting heat and light and wind attacks also, right? So aluminium can sustain all that. Aluminium will never get corroded. I'll tell you the meaning of this word, afterwards you will understand. Cheap aana, durable aana, long lasting. Aluminium wires are there outside throughout many years, they will be like that, intact, without any damage. Aluminium will never get damaged very fast because it is durable, it will last for many years, it is very heavy, and so it will not hang also. Ingane road kuda ingane thoongi nikko. Thoongi ninna we all will be afflicted with shocks, right? Shock adikille eluppathil. അപ്പോൾ കട്ടിയുള്ള അലുമിനിയത്തിൻ്റെ വയേഴ്സാണ് വെളിയിലിടുക, ബിക്കോസ് അത് ഹെവി ആയ കാരണം ഇങ്ങനെ തൂങ്ങി നിൽക്കില്ല, അപ്പോൾ ഷോക്കും അടിക്കില്ല. അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഹെവി, ദേ ആർ വെരി തിക്ക്, ചീപ്പ് and durable. They will not hang down. So aluminium is preferred outside. Inside we can use copper. Okay, but only one thing you should understand, that aluminium, copper, they are metals and they are very good conductors of electricity. Is it clear? Okay. Now the seventh one. This is very important and you are studying for the first time. That is sonority. What is sonority? Sonority, it starts with letter S. So it is also related to something starting with S, sound. I'll read it out for you. What is sonority? The ability of metals to produce sound when tapped with a hard material is known as sonority. If you feel that, oh, I don't know whether this object is a metal or non-metal, you can just tap it with a hard material. If it is producing sound, then it is a metal, and that ability of the metal to produce sound ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന ആ എബിലിറ്റിക്കാണ് സൊണോറിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുക. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് വി ഷുഡ് ടാപ്പ് ഇറ്റ് വിത്ത് എ ഹാർഡ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ, അല്ലാണ്ട് പേപ്പർ കൊണ്ടല്ല ടാപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുക. നൗ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, ഇഫ് ഐ ടാപ്പ് ഇറ്റ് എ പ്ലേറ്റ് വിത്ത് എ സ്പൂൺ, the sound will be large, isn't it? Now in our school also, bells are rung, isn't it? Temples also, bells are rung and it produces lot of sound. Why those bells are made up of metals? You might have seen cymbals. Yes, even those things are made cymbals. They are also made up of metals because of its ability to produce sound. Bells, you know, bell, it is there in our school. Bells are there in temples, many religious places. Why? Because of its ability to produce sound, and that is called as sonority. So children, the first property was malleability, second ductility, third hardness, fourth metallic luster, fifth good conductors of heat, sixth one good conductors of electricity, seventh one sonority, the ability of metals to produce sound when it is tapped. Tapped പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ അടിക്കുക. Okay, you can try it at home. Try this. You can take a plate and tap it with a spoon. The sound will be huge. Everybody can hear it in your house. And if you tap a cardboard sheet with spoon, nobody will be able to hear it. That is the difference. Cardboard is not a metal, but the plate was made up of a metal. Okay, now I move on to the next point about metals. Eighth one. Now the eighth one is high density. You just have to understand the meaning of high density. Density means കുറച്ച് heavy ആയിരിക്കും metals, ഘനം കൂടിയത്, high density. But this plastic is not that dense. Okay, metals will be dense, high density ഉണ്ടാവും. Then they have high melting points. What is the meaning of melting? Melting means uruga. High melting points. This is the short form of point, POINTS, melting points. When a solid changes to liquid, that is called as melting. And the temperature at which a solid changes to liquid is called its melting point. ഒരു മെറ്റൽ സോളിഡ് ആണ്, അത് ലിക്വിഡ് ചൂട് തട്ടിയിട്ട് ലിക്വിഡ് ആക്കണം എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ഒരുപാട് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ കൊടുക്കണം. ഹൈ മെൽറ്റിംഗ് പോയിന്റ് ആണ്. ദർ ഇസ് എ ടേബിൾ. യു ഗോ ത്രൂ ദാറ്റ് ടേബിൾ യു വിൽ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്. 2000, 3000-ലൊക്കെയാണ് അവർ ഉരുകുക. Then next is they have high boiling points. High boiling points. What is the meaning of boiling? The temperature at which liquids changes to gas. Boil, starts boiling. That temperature is called as boiling point. Okay? So metals in high density now. That means they are very, very heavy. You can feel the heaviness if you carry it in your hand. They have high melting points. They can be changed into liquids. They can be molten into liquids at high temperatures only. എളുപ്പമല്ല അവരെ ഉരുകിയിട്ട് ലിക്വിഡ് ആക്കാൻ. Then their boiling points are also very, very high. Okay, now if you have a look at this table, you will understand. This you just have to refer. There is no need of by-hearting all the temperatures. Okay. The first one given is iron. Just look at its melting point is above 1500 and boiling point is above 2500. Isn't it? Density is also given. So from this table you can understand that metals have high density, high melting point and high boiling points. And side by side they have also given the definition of melting point and boiling point. Okay. So the temperatures at which solid melts into liquid, you can write it in your own words, is called as its melting point. The temperature at which they boil and change to gas is called as its boiling point. Okay, so there are in all 10 physical properties of metals. Then after this there is a table. That table they have given the use and property. You have to complete that table. Okay, the first one, to make electric wires. So what is the property that can be written there? Ductility, yes. Second one, to make aluminum foils to wrap the food materials. I told you hotels you can see the food being wrapped in aluminum foils. Why? Reason is given, it can be beaten into thin sheets. That is malleability. Third one, to make utensils. Utensils means പാത്രങ്ങൾ എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്? മെറ്റൽസ് വെച്ചിട്ട് ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടോ? അല്ല, you should think and write it clearly because they are good conductors of heat. Now even if you prepare rice, the uncooked rice you put in a metallic pot, isn't it? Because they conduct heat to the water and this water is absorbed by the rice and then it gets cooked. So first the metal should be a very good conductor of heat, only then the food will get cooked. Understood? So to make utensils, the property is good conductors of heat. Fourth one, to make farming tools. Farming in avashyumulla tools. Why it is made up of metals? I told you, hardness. Fifth one, to make bells used in places of worship. Bell ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ കാരണം എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്? Sonority. So what is sonority? The ability of a metal to produce sound. So today again I'll tell you the recap, children. There are many elements but some are metals. Why they are called as metals? Because they have certain physical properties. First one, malleability, that means sheets. Ductility, wires. Third, hardness. But there are 5 exceptions also. I wrote it on the board previously. Metallic luster, that is shine. Then good conductors of heat, good conductors of electricity. Sonority, then high density, high melting point and high boiling point. But you should, while you write an answer to the question, you should think. Now if I ask you, tungsten is used to make filament in bulbs. Your answer must be because it is highly ductile. Okay. If I ask you, aluminium is used to make foils. Can you write that aluminium conducts electricity, so it is used to cover sweets? No. അവിടെ എന്താ എഴുതുക? Aluminium is a very good malleable metal. It has high malleability എന്ന് എഴുതാം. Okay. So while you write the answers, you have to think which property suits it, the question best. Okay. And then you have to write. So children, after this there are many chemical properties. 10 physical properties I taught you. You have to just enter the pink boxes if you have textbook, or else just listen to my video and write down very important 10 physical properties you have to enter in the file. Just in a simple way, malleability, sheets, ductility, wires, so on. So that will be easy for you to remember. Okay, so in my next class, I will move forward with the chemical properties. Okay, so till I meet you all in the next class, it is bye-bye from me. Thank you.